Hi everyone, I'm Anant. I have 5 minutes and 25 slides to go through, so wish me luck. I'm just kidding, it's going to be quick. So what are adversarial examples, and what do you mean by fooling modern AI systems? So very quickly, you probably are or maybe not familiar with how neural networks are trained, but ultimately what you have is that you have some sort of data and you have two classes, and what you're trying to do is pretty much find out some sort of a boundary between the data, and this is the boundary that we are trying to learn. What we try to do with adversarial examples to trick the neural networks is try to push one data point to the other side by adding a little bit of noise to it. So let's see what I mean by that. The image on the first image that you see over here is an image of a panda as detected by our neural network. And if you add a bit of a noise, and this looks a lot over here, but notice this, it's a you just add a little bit of perturbation to that image, you get this. All of you know that this is still a panda, and that is why we are humans, but our neural networks now certainly think that it's a gibbon with a very, very high confidence. And that's weird, right? Because how can you start fooling neural networks so easily? But apparently this has been a known problem for the past few years. There are three remarkable things that we just saw. The first one was that we added barely any perturbation. We added a little bit of noise, and the neural network just flipped its decision. Second thing was, it's easy for us to kind of fool the network with a very high confidence. Our network thought that it was a given with a 99.3% confidence, which is not good. Third thing, which is the most amazing thing about these adversarial examples, is the transferability. It doesn't really matter, or it does matter, but not to that great an extent, which neural network or what is the exact architecture of the network you use for training. You're able to fool, with the same adversarial example, multiple types of networks. So where did this field start? It started over here in 2014 with this paper, Intriguing Properties of Neural Networks. And these people showed that no matter what the image you take, you can design some sort of a noise which, when added to that image, will make them all appear as ostrich. So the neural network thinks that every image on the rightmost column is an ostrich, which we humans don't know that that's not the case, thankfully. After that, next year, this paper came out explaining and harnessing adversarial examples, which is where this image comes from. The third one is about the physical world, where researchers next showed that you can print these examples on a piece of paper and still be able to fool a network to believe that that washer dryer is actually a safe, which is not the case. And finally, this is my favorite example, which is where we will talk about fooling the system with a physical sticker. Researchers were able to show that, all right, let's just go through this. It's a small video clip. It's a banana, clearly, right? And that's what the first category says. We try to place a sticker of a toaster, and the system is robust enough to understand it's still a banana. But if you print a very weird sticker, it certainly thinks that that image is now a toaster, which we know that that's not the case, right? So it's interesting in the sense that we kind of now know that you can pretty much print out stickers and kind of plant them in various scenes and make the system believe that what it is saying is could be like something very different from what is actually the case. So what are the implications of these attacks? First, self-driving cars. You can make a car which doesn't have any map data think that a stop sign is a yield sign or something like that. You can probably send out commands over Alexa and kind of obfuscate them in the background and sort of like transmit commands to them which could reveal your personal information and so on. And the third, this is my favorite one, you can sell livestock on eBay. They don't allow it. I like doing that, but I can now have an image of something that I want to sell, but make the eBay system think that, hey, it's just a briefcase or something. This is actually happening today. Like this article came out, not the eBay stuff. I wouldn't talk about that. But hackers have, this article was published only on April 1 this month. And this is not a April Fool's thing, by the way. It was actually done by the researchers at Tencent. And what they did was that they planted various stickers around between the lane dividers and fooled a Tesla into believing that lane was not a lane anymore and made it swerve and kind of like in dangerous ways. Next one was this example where you could even hide from AI surveillance by wearing something which makes the system think that you are not a human anymore. And that's it. It's some of the most prominent researchers think that this is one of the most sort of like important areas of research in AI. So hopefully this got you excited to kind of come work in this field. Thank you so much.
Thank you.